Okay, so the core of this is a deck list that Gabriel Nassif had been working on. A few people have been working on this. The obvious new interaction historic is Greasefang here gets to put a vehicle into play. And the best vehicle you can do this with is the Parhelion II here. When it attacks, you create 2 4/4 angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance that are also attacking. So the basic idea is you get this into play, and then you use Tezzeret to turn it into a creature, or you crew it with this. And we've got a few ways to get this into the bin to bring back with Greasefang. We've got Chart of Course, we've got Thirst for Knowledge, and then Tezzeret also lets us discard a card, which is nice. We've also got Mech Hangar here hanging out in the mana base, letting us target our vehicles to make them creatures until end of turn. Oh gosh, there's only 23 lands in this deck. People hate casting their spells, chat. I agree with the comment in chat about probably wanting at least one basic land, so let's go ahead and cut a random spell and get a basic island in here. Oh, one other card to shout out from the new set here. We kind of have Vehicle Tinker. Sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Search your library for an equipment or vehicle and put it directly into play. Like, it's kind of crazy, so let's go ahead and pop into some games with this and see how it feels in Historic. All right, how to play Blade. We have successfully play bladed. We have successfully play bladed. I saw some people commenting on the sideboard. It is notable that we are playing Leyline of the Void as opposed to something like Rest in Peace, because we are a graveyard deck too. So Leyline lets us hose opposing graveyards while still leaving our Greasefang able to bring back our friends. Oh, awkward that we can't mechanic on one into Disruption Protocol here. Again, my kingdom for a Seachrome Coast. Seachrome Coast is the blue-white fast land. I really wish they'd complete the land cycles we're missing in this deck, or in this format. All right, so our deck is cracked, and our opponent can never win. Easy game. Broke it. Busted deck. Gray Bear, thank you for the 2 years. I appreciate it. Welcome back. And Wigan, thanks for the 33 months. Man, this hand is so close to being great. I'm gonna YOLO on the draw. I believe in us, chat. We got a free game 1. If we give them a free game 2, that's just like, you know, magic as God intended. That's so unfortunate. Given their land isn't Dispute an easy sideboard. I don't know, would you board in Dispute against blue-white auras? Because I wouldn't. Pengu Power, thank you for the 28 months. Welcome back. Like to attempt to stick you in a hole. I am not going to attack here because I don't want to trade this for a Shark Typhoon token. Man, remember that time we added a basic land to our deck, chat? Pepperidge Farm remembers. A portable hole is kind of cracked with Disruption Protocol, by the way. That's probably true in Alchemy also. It's for the 14 months, Sherwood. Welcome back. Deal. Let me attack so I get the extra card here. Herb. While I am enjoying playing with Neo, Neo's release on Magic Arena is the lowest set release boost I have ever experienced in terms of metrics in my 7 or 8 years doing Magic content. And looking at the Magic category as a whole, it's definitely not just a me problem.
Once my party progress is power.
Nah, that's not really a thing, Jumos. If people are playing, they're also watching.
My next breakthrough is close.
Am I holding on to this land? Might be holding on to this land for the Tezzeret looting. I think people have probably kind of hit a critical mass of being kind of annoyed with Arena and stuff.
When I was so close, time to collect what I've owed. Kamigawa appreciates a technocratic future, just as I do. No.
All right, so I think we make this a creature now because attacking with it lets me draw a card. Yeah, I agree. In fact, I'd like to move off of talking about, I'm just going to start timing people out that are talking about negative stuff surrounding Arena. If I'm being honest, even though I'm enjoying the format itself, it's just playing Magic in the space with the way the community is a lot of the time has just been very taxing and toxic recently because there's just constant negativity. So I'm gonna remove that from my space for today. And anybody talking about it or complaining about it, I'm just gonna go ahead and time people out. Let's just play some games. If you're not into Magic, go watch something else. We'll be playing some WWE Supercard later. Come hang out again for that. But I don't want to sit here and be just like another place where people are just bitching while we play. I'm trying to have a good time. Thanks for the sub gifts, Pit Panther. That's super generous. I appreciate it. There's a ton. February's a great month for games. I'm super excited. Horizon Forbidden West is going to be great. We had the Neo set release. What's it called? Runeterra. I'm playing in their early access event at the end of tomorrow's stream. They have a new set releasing for everyone on Wednesday. A lot of people are excited for Elden Ring. Lost Ark, I've seen people talking a lot about. There's a lot of great games. We did Atheist Vengeance. Saturday night, Christy and I actually had our first night away together without children involved since before COVID started. So that was long overdue and pleasant. Light reading reviews, thanks to the 20 months. Welcome back. Yeah, I will have all the cards unlocked for Runeterra for the early access event, but Riot Games is great at supporting their content creators, so I always have all Runeterra cards unlocked, even in their normal client. Even in their normal client, they just give us everything. I think I just let them have this. We did, in fact, just leave my oldest child in charge. Shout out to Matthew Bamonte for making sure the other three were taken care of.
Progress is power.
Slightly above average draw. Honestly, this deck's probably got a pretty okay blue-white matchup based purely on the fact that, like, you could just draw and cast this card. Okay, yeah, so Greasefang here, chat, puts a vehicle from your discard pile into your hand, into play, and then it can crew it, and then it bounces it back to your hand. So we get to loot it away again next turn with the Tezzeret, and then bring it back again. Here in my car, I feel safest of all, cause we can lock all the doors, and it's the only way in cars. Thanks for the 44 months, Erdian. Welcome back. When you lock all the doors and summon 2 angels, you get to feel extra safe. Ain't that the truth? Light reading reviews, thanks for the 20 months. Really appreciate the prime. Welcome back. My plans for the week for people that enjoy Magic Arena, we're going to be doing 1 Alchemy and 1 Historic deck every day is my plan. We're starting. I think I'll probably flip-flop the order of them each day for people that can only watch at certain times. So we're going to do Historic into Alchemy today, and we'll probably do Alchemy into Historic tomorrow. The Hoaglandia Open on the 19th this Saturday will be Alchemy. So I think overall Alchemy is probably going to have more changes to its format than this format will. Well, there's a neat new deck like this overall. Historic's largely going to be like Cats and Ovens at the competitive level still. I am really hoping that they address Cat Oven for our March or April event, and then we'll do Historic again. But if I'm being honest, if they don't actually nerf or change anything in Cat Oven, we're probably just running Alchemy events for the foreseeable future. Hey, Prospector, thanks for the 3rd of the year. Welcome back. He's dead, Jim. You got him. viable tempo deck in Alchemy currently. We played a blue-black tempo deck the other day that felt kind of sweet. We don't really know what's good, bad, or otherwise in Alchemy at the moment, though. We just had a new set release, so people are still trying to figure it out.
Success already.
So we get 5 looks at a Parhelion to put into play with Greasefang here. What's Alchemy? Alchemy is a digital-only standard format that they recently introduced. Jeskai Control's always played a small number of, what's it called? Pieces of Prismari Command. Like I mentioned a second ago, Cat Oven's a pretty big part of this format. This is like a main deck way to answer that. Alright, that's a Helix that can't kill Greasefang now, hopefully. Where are my cars, chat? There's my car. Driving in my car, beep beep. Hope no one wrecks into me. Is Cat Oven that good? It doesn't have many wins on MTG Goldfish. So what you need to understand about MTG Goldfish is that doesn't contain a lot of ladder information on it. They just pull things from the very small amounts of historic tournaments that are posted on, what's it called? MTG Melee. Yeah, Cat Oven is consistently one of the best performing decks archetypes in this format. Do I want to fight over this? I kind of feel like I do. Because even if they like Ratha got us next turn, we just like get to loot the Parhelion and play a Greasefang again, right? Get in the box, Gandalf. Let me introduce you to my friend, the box. I think we cut the anchors to reality because I don't want to get this countered if I sacrifice something. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchant with mana value X or less. It's probably better than Portable Hole. So 32 months, Suevos. I mean, we didn't use our graveyard until the very late game that game, and we looked at a lot of cards before it happened. So, like, we're bringing in Fracture and other ways to kill their graveyard hate. Kobolas is too strong. He is a dragon god. If they don't have disruption here, we theoretically have the turn 3 Hellion, right? We get to go ahead and chart a course into the gang leader, the Okiba boss. I think I'm just chilling for now. I don't think there's a reason to jam my boss into what's likely a Helix or a counter spell here. Just gonna go ahead and play the untapped land so we can pass with Disruption Protocol up. Yeah, cat of index are always underrepresented on the ladder because people don't like clicking through them. But anytime there's a really large tournament, they show up and put up good results in larger numbers. I'm gonna go ahead and jam the first one here. Since we drew a second. I am not going to fight over this if they try and kill it. An ideal sequence here is hopefully they go land Teferi hoping to Mystic Dispute my counterspell, and then we veto them and then get to untap and Greasefang them. And obviously, if they do nothing, we'll just make ourselves clueless here. I'm gonna do this and just keep sculpting our hand a little bit. Go ahead and counter their hand sculpting here. They try and play a Teferi, we get to dispute them. So the 27 months stone, welcome back. The shields are down. Go, go, go. Yep. Mood. It's for the almost 3 years, Rhino. Welcome back. Climbing on up the ladder. Gandalfs look better with tire marks on them. Ain't that the truth? Might actually hit Mythic this month, chat. We didn't end up hitting Mythic last month. Yeah, definitely, Corel. The interactions that this deck is leveraging, I think, really highlight the appeal of Magic's non-rotating formats. You hit the nail on the head, you know? These cards are doing something powerful because they're from interactions that are sets across. It's really kind of sad that Wizards is, like, aggressively monetized. Wizards, like, aggressively monetize other non-rotating formats. I think not hitting Mythic correlates with my enjoyment of a format to a degree. I also just like didn't play a lot of Magic in January. January 2022 was the least I have streamed on Twitch since I started streaming as a full-time job 4 years prior. I think I was live for just under 100 hours over the course of the whole month. So they're dead? Driving in my car, beep beep. Hope no one wrecks into me. Look at Jeff making money while not working. Well, that's the thing about this job is you don't make money while not working. My Twitch income December versus January was about 40% lower, I believe. I needed the time off. I don't regret taking the time off, but in this industry, not working very much means not making any money though. How do we want to approach these post-board games? Like, I definitely want the cheap interaction and sweepers. Yeah, if you want to get paid while not working, get a corporate gig. Christy's job is great and has like 3 weeks of PTO a year or something. It's good. It's good stuff. This might actually be okay here too, huh? This technically exiles a 1-drop for 2 mana. Is an Anchor to Reality out? Maybe I'm supposed to get rid of some of these things that discard, actually. I'm gonna try cutting the Thirst and the Disruption. It's 3 weeks of... Whenever benefits come up in the United States, yeah, the benefits package my wife's job has is considered incredibly good. We have healthcare that means we don't go broke if someone gets sick and she gets a few weeks of PTO every year. Greater than 0 weeks of paid time off is a lot in the United States. Most people get actual 0. This hand just like doesn't do anything and is missing white mana, right? I guess we keep this. We'll bottom a Tezzeret. We'll hope to find something useful with the chart, of course, but we're not going to be impacting the board until turn 3 at the earliest, so still not great. Creature cards in graveyards can't enter the battlefield. You know what this isn't, chat? You know what? You know what this right here sure isn't, chat? Sure isn't a creature that's gonna try and enter the battlefield. Yeah, I think they kept a 1-lander because of the cage, too. Just gotta guess. The day of the month where I give some money to Jeff, from Jeff to Jeff, because I dream of a world where all Jeffs are equally worthy. God bless. Thanks for the support. Appreciate it.
I am more human.
Yeah, trying the Mardu variation of this archetype is definitely on my to-do list.
Breakthrough is close.
Wait, so vehicles do... Is this a Parhelion or is this a Skysovereign angle? Do I need to interact with the board this turn? This might be a Skysovereign angle. That's close though, because I can't attack this turn. Well, I don't get the 4/4s till next turn, right? So like if I don't kill this turn, it's gonna deal 2 to 3 damage to me. Yeah, this is much better in the event of a braid, huh? In the event of a shatter, the decision we made was much better.
I need results. Keep working.
Need results, keep working. Oh, the capitalism. I'm gonna dig for a counter spell here.
I can practically taste success already.
I think this is actually a save lands hardcast Parhelion angle. Oh wait, wow, I wasn't expecting this to resolve. Like, what is in their hand that they can't kill the Greasefang here? They just have another shatter? Sure. You definitely should have just killed the Greasefang, friend. The shatter being a braid was like, wait, what? Friendo. You don't want to kill it if you think the cage works. Yeah, that's fair. That's a mood.
Innovation has no limits.
The Parhelions will continue until morale improves. I agree. Our new historic brew passes the litmus test of is competitive into all of the people playing terrible control decks. So that feels good. Blue-white X control is incredibly overrepresented in this format. So having your deck have a decent matchup into that goes a long way towards your sanity. Okay. Are we getting Keysist? Something else? I wanna try and work on Keysist combo in this format. They unbanned Teferi and they reprinted some other things. Oh, they're just playing Wellspring inside of the artifact deck. It's kind of funny. What is Keysist? That's the Abzian legendary creature. There was a combo deck for a little while in this format. Yeah, they unfortunately have a counterspell here. We're not gonna die for a little while, but that game is over, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Think it's worth leylining Emery? Maybe it is. Anchor's really bad against counterspells. Basically, always want to board it out in these matchups. Wrath of God matchup. Don't know that Fracture is good enough. A lot of the things we want to counter are non-creature spells, so Veto's probably a little bit better than Disruption Protocol. From like a Thirst here. Hey, thanks for the Prime, Bubek. Appreciate the 11 months. Welcome back. I think I want to discard this, right? But we're gonna attack, but we'll chart first so we can bin it. They are fiddle bending. All right, let's draw a portable hole in our top two, huh? Nailed it. Never didn't have it. You get to draw a card, but I get a Tezzeret.
Just as I
We're just looting.
results. Keep working. No limits.
You can use Tez to make Esper Sentinel 4/4. Drafting a bunch on Kamigawa, so I'll have cards to the open, and it's boring. Might have to break out the most powerful card in Magic instead. Yeah. Credit card's cracked, chat. The credit card is confirmed cracked. Yeah, this is fine. Me and Chip. Christy and I made chickpea bowls last night that had baked tomatoes in them. And I bit into one of the tomatoes shortly after it came out of the oven without poking it and draining the juice out. And I've got a giant burn spot in my mouth right now from the oven hot juiciness that was inside. Nighthawk Rex, thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. We ate some bag butt, yeah. Just casket the Emery, hold up the dispute here. Not only does she make me work while injured, Rhino, I had to start early this morning. They could have bolt or swords to plowshares here. So the 25 months dis. Yeah, we're gonna lose the game because of this tomb. This generates them one of a few different cards, many of which are very reasonable.
About cutting down. I need results. Keep working.
Stitch the portable hole here. They play Wellspring out. We can Wrath the God to take it off the table. Teferi untapping Tome of the Infinite is a little scary. What's going on, Graph? Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back.
Progress is power.
I think this is a decline, discard, Wrath plus Thirst. Play Skyship with Veto up. Well, if I animate one of my two things in play and they like have another Swords to Plowshares, it's kind of like up a creek without a paddle, right, Huevos?
You're almost boring me.
Busy Dragon, thank you for the almost 4 years of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. They're trying to find a bolt to keep Tezzeret from ulting.
I have no patience for failure. Now, I will have everything I want and more. facing me is choosing
Animate their thing to try and wrath it. Yeah, that's cute. Maybe that was the line.
especially for you. Only time will tell. See me again soon.
They just have another Swords to Plowshares? Like, the first one, okay. The second one, fine. Like, the third one is like, come on. Cut me some slack.
I face
So they actually updated the rules with this most recent set that a vehicle cannot tap to crew itself to try and mitigate misclicks and other confusion.
Give me a moment.
Just have so much mana and card advantage here. Yeah, you can use other vehicles to crew other vehicles, which comes up. Like you'll use vehicles can crew each other. They just can't crew themselves. You can still daisy chain your vehicles, is accurate.
You just let me know if you're up for round 2.
Alright, stick this one in a glass casket again, believe it or not. Yeah, it's funny, I was thinking about playing Tezzeret out. Oh my god, are we about to get quad force spiked? Oh my god, I didn't play my land for the turn. Whew! Whew! I thought, like, why would they do that? I thought that was about to be a... I don't even know if I'm supposed to play this, because, like, I could discard it to this, but, like, my heart, there was fear in my dojo, chat. I was scared, okay? I thought we were gonna need, like, the post-quad force spike land drop of shame. Can this Tezzeret emblem grind this game out for us? It's looking like it might be able to. I think this is a Tezzeret animate the portable hole attack for 10 angle. Unfortunate. Yeah, Tezzeret's minus is permanent. He's not some kind of casual dabbling with animation chat. He is a master. Is that like the 5th land in a row? It's pretty close, right? 6? I think that's 6. We just discarded 2 lands to Thirst for Knowledge too. $13, $14, $15. Had 15 lands and 31 cards. It's not that high over expected. Potter Goes Gaming. Thanks for the entire year. Welcome back. Look at this, chat. We thought we were unlucky, but in reality, we were just playing around this duress. Got him. Ha! Got him. Our opponent is definitely reading them, and someone is weeping. Okay, so with this resolving, I now don't have to attack because they fogged anyways. No, fog comes out of the tomb. Because I can tap this boat to crew the Parhelion, which will draw a card. This might actually win us this game if we don't get, like, burned out by lightning bolts. So we do this to crew the boat to draw a card. And then we activate this crew to tap this boat to draw another card. This card has First Strike? Excuse me? I didn't know this card had First Strike, chat. Why did I block with the card that had First Strike? Who knew this card had First Strike? See how many words are on this card? Expect me to read all of that? Come on now. If I wanted to read, I'd go to school like a nerd or something. I'm playing Magic the Gathering, chat. I ain't here to read. I appreciate you pointing that out. I wasn't paying attention to this card having... People keep conceding when I attack with this card, Chad. First Strike's never been relevant. God bless us, everyone. Loop awesome. Thanks for the 2/3 of a year. Welcome back. If I wanted to read, I would play Yu-Gi-Oh! Ain't that the truth? Those cards are all books. Yeah, I think all or most of this deck is Pioneer legal. Man, I really hope we get Pioneer on this platform sometime soon. It would be so good for Magic Arena if we had Pioneer. There's a Mardu version in Historic too. another play queue. Chat, Magic the Gathering Online has standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, Sealed, Draft, EDH. Like, this application still has way fewer queues than Moto does. Like, by a large metric. Momir, like, cubes out all the time. Although all those other ones I listed are always on formats. Jiminy, thanks for the 25 months. Welcome back. Appreciate it. And more people. So, you're a little bit new here, Linked B, and I will formally apologize for that timeout if you come back and link me a source citing that Magic the Gathering Online has more average concurrent players than Magic Arena. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest that the application that requires you to pay $10 to make a real account and has no free-to-play options probably has far fewer average players than Magic Arena does. The Magic Arena economy ain't good or player-friendly, but it does at least have a free-to-play option, which brings a lot more people onto the platform. Magic Online has basically always been an incredibly niche platform. Wow, we actually haven't had a card discarded. I was like, oh, we have Greasefang with Disruption Protocol next turn, but that actually just doesn't matter. Just sad. Our deck seems very reasonable into all these other mopey mid-range and control decks people like to play in Historic. I wonder, I don't know that I expect this deck to be good into like good linear decks though, would be the problem. So, Magic the Gathering Online, again, I understand what I am talking about, Jodell. This is literally my job. Magic the Gathering Online now lets you make an account for free and play using limited features, but you do not have access to the full everything you could do on Moto until you spend money on it. Yeah, I'm holding Greasefang because I don't want it to die to a removal spell. Ideally, we're going to find a way to draw a discard, and then we'll do that, put a thing in the bin, Greasefang, bring it back right away. My 4/3 is very likely to die, and it's not going to accomplish a lot in the meantime. I mean, to be fair, there aren't really Burning Tree Emissary decks in this format right now. Alright, I think with the Drown and Electron, we can go ahead and concede. They don't put on Cube more often on Magic Arena for the same reason the Big Mac isn't always available. It would be less popular and less successful if it was always there. We are playing 24 lands in our deck. McRib, whatever, chat, whatever. I like how I said the wrong thing, but everybody knows what I meant, so it's almost like I've communicated successfully, because the point of communication is other people understanding what you meant. You got me, though. The person talking and clicking at the same time said technically the wrong thing, even though he still communicated successfully. Chat, do you know the last time I ate McDonald's was? McDonald's is like the last fast food place that still doesn't have vegetarian options on their menu. Listen, chat, I'm a garbage human that eats tons of garbage food. I eat Burger King, and I eat, what, KFC recently added a vegetarian chicken option. Like, I eat a lot of garbage. McDonald's has vegan burgers in the EU. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, America's usually one of the last to get stuff like that. Well, maybe we'll get them eventually. Doesn't McDonald's have salad? Most places that sell salads have meat as the default in all of their salads. And like you can order it without the meat, but then you're still paying for meat you're just not getting. So it's like not really a good system. The veggie chicken at KFC is passable. Not gonna say it's good, I'm gonna say it's passable. Yeah, the Impossible Whopper is also fine. My, the boys really like Burger King's chicken fries, so we get Burger King once a week or so. When they get a treat to pick where we get dinner from, usually they pick Burger King and chicken fries. Rena Colicious, thanks for the follow. This stream isn't sponsored or endorsed by Burger King, but Burger King, if you're out there, it certainly could be. Let's talk. Feed me and my children on occasion. We'll work something out. Honestly, getting that casket pierced means Tezzeret's more likely to resolve later, so I'll take it. My wife is not a vegetarian, no. Independent takeaways. It's so funny to me that it's called takeaway outside of the United States. Yeah, there's a ton of restaurants where I live. All sorts of different things. Joke's on you, opponent. I didn't have any vehicles anyways. Yeah, usually it's just called takeout. Maybe I'm supposed to ditch the casket and keep the 5th land there. Just cast the Skysovereign. Yeah, I'm probably supposed to keep ditch the casket and keep the 5th land. All right, rewarded for keeping the casket.
My toys will keep you busy.
I don't know what I was supposed to do with the Tezzeret that turn. Go ahead and put them to 2 here. We could be dead. This is a Doomblade. We're dead, right? Yeah, good game opponent. My attack with the 4/4 the previous turn might have been a mistake. Although I guess they just shocked me with this, right? I really needed to draw another way to crew the boat, so that way I could attack with 2 things for lethal there. This deck's been finely moved. We've queued almost exclusively into mopey mid-range and control decks, which I think has contributed a good deal to our deck feeling fine, but at the same time, people who play Historic seem to have this really unhealthy fascination with playing terrible control decks and mid-range decks, so like, maybe having a good matchup into that is reasonable. At least as far as the ladders goes. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a deck that just like feels fine on the ladder, but just like never puts up a tournament result because it's like bad into decks that are actually good. Yeah, I mean the mono red person we played against Clador also wasn't playing a good deck. Like that archetype doesn't post any results or have any success in this format. Yeah, like here, right? Like it's another mopey control deck. It's like actually just every matchup. It's like when people come in and ask me what the record is, like I think we've only lost 1 match in the last little bit, but I also don't think that's relevant to telling the story about whether or not this deck is good or not. What decks we've been playing into is a lot more important. Yikes. Yeah, I don't think Historic's a necessarily bad format. I just think the ladder has a very, very specific bias to it. Cut these anchors. Anchor hasn't felt particularly good so far. Yeah, well, and it's also like whether or not this card feels good or is good is, again, thinking about the context of our matches. Like, this card's very explicitly not good into control decks, right? It's like, I don't know that I've had a good measure of like, is this card good generically? Because like, maybe it's good into Cat Oven, right? Maybe it's good into like other non-blue decks, but like, the third or half of our matches this morning have been against blue-white control, where this is decidedly very bad. Yeah, according to Untapped, blue-white control variations make up 25% of the format. And then 5-color controls, another almost 10%. Mech Hangar here, cast the Hotshot Mechanic. It's a pilot. I'm choosing not to discard here because I have this to discard with later. I just want the raw cards for now. Speaking of Gandalfs, I am secretly hoping that the Lord of the Rings set is going to be incredibly pushed and force Eternal format players to play a bunch of cards like named Gandalf and Legolas. I would find it highly amusing to listen to non-rotating format players bitch about that. Would be big funny to me. You know, maybe I'm supposed to Tezzeret there first. That way I could play this with Counterspell up on our next turn. Was probably the case. It's next year, I believe. I'm pretty sure it's a 2023 thing. Can I explain the reason not to attack last turn? Yeah, I didn't want to trade my Hotshot Mechanic for a Shark Typhoon. And now we're not attacking, so I'm gonna be able to tap it to make Disruption Protocol better. My artifacts have value because of these other things that depend on them. Yeah, Lord of the Rings set is confirmed happening. It's also confirmed to be coming to Magic Arena, and it will be legal in Modern and Paper. It's not a theoretical thing. This is a coming with certainty thing. Yeah, it'll be historic legal because all cards on Magic Arena, sans the ban list, are historic legal. Schlumberg, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel this morning. I'm just gonna go ahead and Disruption Protocol this. I have another one in my hand that I just kind of want to spend some of my mana for the turn. This Hotshot Mechanic is going the distance. It's going ball speed. It's all alone in this time of need. I think I'm okay with them ramping here.
We need to move quickly.
The more they ruin everything I love. Fun fact. Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering is Magic the Gathering as Richard Garfield intended it to be played. If you ever looked at the back of a Magic card, it says Deckmaster on it. Deckmaster was because Magic was originally intended to be a game system where you played a bunch of different things like that all together. All right, if I animate this and then also attack with this and we send everything at their face, we actually kill them if they can't get rid of two things, right? And I have Veto plus Disruption Protocol. Land drives the car. Actually just dead. Deal. What's in their hand? Must have just been a bunch of bricks, huh? If they were dead on board, why didn't they use the Teferi to tuck my car? I just want you to know that because you talked about McDonald's, Twitter is now asking if I want Mick to follow McDonald's. God bless. It's always listening. I'm not gonna say its name because I don't screw with people that watch my content like this, but I was recording some offline Pokemon Unite stuff, and Matt was playing, and he ordered his smart home to do something while we were playing, and I was like, well, now I can't post this on YouTube, Matty, because I don't want to have a video where, like, people's smart homes are gonna get instructions inside of it. Thanks for the follow, Metare. Well, we're kind of getting nut drawn. Morning, Beg. It's very, very much not Vanishing Verse. Speaking of smart homes and dystopias, while we wait for our opponent to kill us of old age here, Christy and I finally watched Don't Look Up last night, and holy crap, if you haven't taken the time to watch that movie yet, you really need to carve out a couple hours for it. It's really good. Thank you for the 41 months, CEO. Welcome back. What do you think our odds are to win this game? I think they're low enough, and I'm bored enough that I'm just gonna go ahead and concede. I mean, is there really a reaction to the whole Magic NFT thing other than all people involved in NFTs at all points are basically idiots? Idiots. In chat, there's two types of people involved with cryptocurrency. Idiots and grifters. If you're not grifting someone with the cryptocurrency, you're the idiot being grifted. Stay safe out there. Yeah, chat. Crypto grifting's gone mainstream. It's like it's the next Avon, right? It's just another blue-white control matchup. It's actually just another blue-white control matchup. All right. I don't know. Maybe it's time to go play some alchemy. Yeah, I'm bored. I'm just gonna concede the match and play some alchemy. This deck actually, the deck that we're playing actually seems pretty reasonable overall. And I actually don't even know if that matchup's bad. I'm just kind of bored of playing it. Let me look back on the Untapped. I think it was actually half of our matches this morning. Yeah, let me take a peekaboo here. Yeah, we played four blue-white matches. Four out of 8 matchups were blue-white. Four out of 8 matchups were blue-white. All right, so as far as this goes, I think if you told me I'm going to play into blue-white control constantly and counterspells, I think I'd cut the anchors to reality. This card's just so bad against counterspells. Against non-counterspell decks, it actually seems pretty reasonable on paper. I mean, it's boring. Like, even when your decks are good into those decks, there's just like nothing happening on the board for a significant amount of time. And then we have a card like this in our main deck that's just bad into them game 1. The reason why people like playing those blue-white control decks is even their bad matchups, they often feel like they're in control for a lot of them. The game plays just pretty tedious, so this deck and the average person that plays control decks on Magic Arena is like an Asif slow play style person. Like, it's glacial and frustrating when you factor that in too. So the number one piece of advice, if you take away from this channel, is don't play games that aren't fun. Magic Arena, if you ever feel like you're experiencing a chore while you're playing Magic Arena, do something else. Whether that's conceding the current matchup because it's boring, playing a different format, playing a different game. Like, your Magic Arena should never feel like work. It's the thing you should be enjoying, and if it feels like work, you should play something else.